said, you know what? I was telling my son, I'm gonna create this channel right now. And he's like, what is it? I said, Food News Network. And he's like, what is it about? I said, watch, you'll see. We're in a Chicano renaissance right now, homie, And historically, what that means, homie, is that, back in the day in Europe, homie, the actual renaissance was about, theater and food and tradition and music and art and, you know what I'm saying? Like, the arts. Food News Podcast, it's not like it's a done deal. It's coming.
So Flyboy Inc. will tattoo the Food News Network logo on you. All you gotta do is tag 2 people in the comments, share it to your story. When you're sharing to your story, make sure you tag Flyboy Inc., Food News Network, and the Lit Outlet, and you can get the Food News Network tattoo on you, dog.
That'd be dope. I would do it.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, aka Nomo, chilling right here in the Lit Outlet podcast. I got a very special guest in the building. I got Mr.
Food News Network, homie.
That's right. We got
Flyboy Inc.
Flyboy Inc. from Food News Network. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for blessing my small channel with, such a huge creator like yourself that's really blowing up all over Instagram and all over social media in general. I want to welcome you and say thank you for coming. First of all, welcome to Southgate. The first and last time you're probably ever going to be in Southgate because the only time people pull up is to be on the Little Light podcast. Have you been here before?
Never.
Okay. You know anybody from Southgate?
Yeah, I got my real close homeboy from Southgate.
Shout out to your homie. What's his name?
My homie Nacho.
That's right. Shout out to
Southgate
Nacho.
in the house, homie.
That's right. I've met him before. He's a cool dude, dog.
Sick ass food.
Sick ass
vato.
vato.
Too.
That's right.
By me.
Southgate representing, born and raised. I fuck with that. That's right. You know what? You've done many podcasts before. For example, I've watched the one you did with Lucky on Hoodstock, which was an amazing podcast that really detailed your background and your long story before you got here where you're at right now. So shout out to Lucky and Hoodstock. That was a badass podcast.
Shout out to Lucky, homie.
But I really want to get into the now of you and your kind of transition to being a pretty viral content creator, dog. So let's start off with Food News Network. What is it and how did it start?
Man, Food News Network, homie, is exactly that. It's a network for foods, homie. You know what I mean? Food News. So
I fuck with it.
How it started? Food News started way back, homie. Like many years ago. Like the seed was planted, and actually, when my homie Nacho was my celly from Southgate, he'll tell you I used to watch this show called Hill Hauser California Gold, and it was just this old man from like Tennessee that came to California, homie, in like mid-age, and he fell in love with the culture and the scenery, and he would go up and down California from Oregon to TJ, homie, and everywhere in between.
Hold up 1 second. We got to give a shout out to this episode sponsor, The Michi Man. The Michi Man sells the most amazing, authentic Mexican michelada mix in the world. Make sure you guys stop by their Instagram, which is big_E_The Michi Man. You can also find their bottles at Melody's Bar and Grill near LAX. 99 bottles in Anaheim, The Hideout in La Habra, The Hideout in Long Beach, Boulevard Gastro Pub in Compton, Flight Sports Bar in Hawthorne. Make sure you guys stop by those places to try out their Michi Man or straight up just order it on Instagram. He ships everywhere, one of the best michelada mixes in the world. Shout out to this week's sponsor, The Michi Man, on Instagram at big_E_Michi Man. Now let's get back to the episode.
From every corner, he literally touched every corner of the state.
Damn.
And he had hundreds and hundreds of episodes, and I used to watch this fool, bro. I was in prison watching this fool.
It's a white guy with sunglasses.
Yes, and he talks with a southern like, "Hi, everybody, it's Hillhauser."
But it's it's a very easy watch. Like, it's easy to get sucked into it.
I used to sit there, homie, because when you're in prison, your recall is at 12 o'clock, so you got to go into 1 o'clock, count, clears, all that bullshit. So from 12 to 1, each episode is 30, so he blasts 2 episodes on PBS. And I'll be sitting there eating my sandwich and noodles, homie, and just waiting for this fool to bust out 2 episodes to go to yard again, right? Like, that was the program every day. Every day, it's repetitive.
Well, you were watching this and you were thinking about doing this, or like you always said, like, I want to do this, or like it wasn't even there yet?
No, it wasn't there yet, but I realized little things like how he used to introduce his show like the same way every time. Or there was little things that I was picking up.
You're picking up on patterns.
Yeah, I would notice the patterns and like similarities of stuff, and like how I don't know, just little things of. I mean, I'm no director or nothing like that, homie. But
you're self-taught for sure.
Well, I have a creative mind, so like I see things. You know what I mean? Like, I see what you did there, homie. You ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that type of person.
Yeah.
So anyhow, fast forward years later, homie. Food news wasn't something that just came to me overnight. Like I planned this shit out last year. I went through a divorce. About a year and a half ago, I've been divorced. Homie, my ex Hina left me, and for different reasons. Like you said, you could go to Hood Stocks, homie, and go find out the whole backstory to that because it's all on there.
Yeah.
So moving forward with that. Yeah, homie. So after I got divorced, it's a big wake up call. It's a big shift in your daily life. It's a big, going. I had a big security blanket. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, all that's gone. So
it's a reset button.
Reset in a major way. So I was at a crossroads. You ever been through that? Like real crossroads in life?
Well, I've also been divorced. I got married really young. I had my son at 19, and I was divorced by 22.
Yeah, so you understand, like, when you're at a point where you're just like, fuck with this way, and for me, it's either you can go the good way,
facts,
or you can fuck it off and just start fucking up, drinking and partying, taking pills and doing lines, and
And to be honest, you could almost do a little bit of both. You could also pick both, because I kind of
never a good thing to do.
I picked alcohol and being a dad. I'm a single dad. I'm gonna take care of my son. Fuck it. But I was also partying a lot, dog.
Yeah, for me, that's the reason that caused my divorce. So I was at a crossroads where I was like, okay, now, I'm on my own. So once I left, and it didn't take me long, home, because I'm a hustler, dog. Especially when my back is pressed against the wall, is when I activate that shit the most, homie. Yeah. I start figuring out ways to fucking flip my money or do this or do that, like, right? But I do it on a legal way. I don't do it like I ain't out there selling crack, homie. I ain't out there pushing dope. I'm not doing none of that. I make merch. So I'm creative. That's how I flip my money. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, I've been pretty successful with it. All my shit sells out every time.
That's dope.
So anyhow, moving back to food news, Holmes, it went. There was a point where I finally got my own place again. I got my own bed, and because I was sleeping on my brother's couch for like 2 months, Holmes. It only took me 2 months to get back in my own place.
That's actually not that bad.
Hell no.
But at the time, I'm sure it
Shout
felt.
out to myself, homie. If you got an applause button,
I know.
You know what I'm saying? People can visualize that shit in their head.
Clapping emojis in the comments, please.
Exactly,
clapping
homie.
emojis.
Do I say the smallest clap in the world is it goes like this? Anyhow,
but I'm saying like 60 days sounds like,
bro.
But when you're going through it, it probably feels like forever.
Well, bro, homie, I knew I was. And it wasn't just me. Because I was looking at places, homie, and I've always been the type of vato that like because I did a long stretch in prison, homie. I did 18 years, and then like finally I'm out and I'm married, I'm this and that, and I became very dependent on like, because when a lot of people have the mentality, homes, that when they've been in prison for a long stretch of time, they want to be ghosts to the IRS, they want to be ghosts to Uncle Sam, they want to be ghosts to whoever.
You don't want to fall back in line in society.
No, you just feel like an outcast. Right. At least I did. I don't know how a lot of fools are.
I'm sure a lot of people.
I felt like that. Like, I didn't want nobody. The least you know about me, the better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way, whatever. That's just how I thought.
Right.
So, yeah, Holmes, I came out here and then I messed up because I was living this life where I was building like my ex-wife's credit and then making sure we're good. So anything we did through her. And then me, I was just in the back, supplying the funds or whatever.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, when I got divorced and I left, I had no credit, I had no bank account, I had no nothing, Holmes. And for 10 years that I have been out, well, I've been out 9 years. So for 9 years, you can imagine when it was time for me to go, all I had was about $5,000. And I left, Holmes, and I was like, okay, I'll go get me an apartment. That should like $4,000 off top just on down first. Like, I was like, whoa, this shit just got real. Not only that they won't give me nothing because I had no credit history, I had no job history, I had no bank account, I had no nothing, nada. So I was like, what a dumbass you've been, fool. Like, what the hell? How could, I don't know, homie. That was a very, very, very big like wake up call for me. That I was like, how are you gonna let yourself be ran by somebody else's credit? I don't know. Just credit became important to me.
I just feel like that happens a lot of marriages. So once somebody doesn't have good credit, then you piggyback the other one. But it's just that you get asked out.
The thing about me is I was a ghost, like I said. So now I'm not a ghost no more. Now I got 2 credit cards.
Yeah, Social
Security. I got my bank account.
You're working your social.
Yeah,
doing
homie.
taxes.
Full monetize on Instagram. I get paid every month.
That's right.
From Instagram.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instagram pays me, homie. You know what I'm saying?
You know-
I figured out a way, homes, and that's with Food News.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, like, I'm a big fan of Food News. I want to know more
Yeah?
about it because obviously I'm on my content journey as well.
Yeah.
And to me, obviously, I don't know. I met you at the Bozo show. Shout out to Bozo.
Shout out to Bozo, bam, homie.
I'm not sure exactly how long you've been doing it, but to me, like, I caught you.
2 months.
To me,
No, like 2.5 since July of this year.
I've been on and off for 6 years, dog, doing this shit, right? And to me,
Yeah.
you came out of nowhere and you're like skyrocketing right now. So I'm so interested on like what you learned and how you got there.
I figured it out, homie.
What does that mean?
I got this. I figured out Instagram. I figured out TikTok. At least I think I figured it out.
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, first of all, let me tell you. Let me just finish that story about Food News about me, the way I created it. So, like I said, I was transitioning back into my own place. I had my own little free time, and it was at the time last year when it was raining a lot. Remember? And it was raining for like 2-3 months straight.
Trust me, I know, dog.
And
We're
then,
in here.
so you know, if you guys know anything about me, then you know I'm a cancer survivor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went through a real bad time in my life, and it was a blessing in disguise because I sobered up. That's when I sobered up, when I got cancer, and it really ravaged my body and it broke me down in a way that I had no choice but to sober up. So, you know, the chemo cured my addiction, Holmes. You
That's
know what
crazy.
I'm saying? And my temptation too, because I don't need it. I don't want it. You can show me it and I'm good. But anyhow, so Food News, it was in that time when it was raining, and like I said, my immune system is compromised. So when I get sick, like if you catch a cold for 2 weeks, Holmes, I catch it for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And like I lose weight, and you could tell I'm sick because everybody's like, "Fool, you all right?" And it's just like, "Fool, I get this shit every year."
You think that's because of the chemo?
No, it's just that my immune system is compromised. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And like I said, it's just when I get sick a little harder. So I had these 2 months downtime. I was hardly working. I was in my pad. Everything was dark. I'm going through my own shit with divorce and
Right.
trying to, you know, I'm in therapy too, Holmes. You know what I mean? So it's not like I was just like all these creative things that are coming out now is because in my divorce, I seek therapy. Because I realized that I couldn't do it by myself. Because, like I said, I didn't even have credit. I didn't have, like, there was a lot of things that I knew that I needed to fix. So I was, like, kind of shooken up that I didn't even know where to start. So I figured the best thing I could do is call my insurance homie and find a fucking therapist out there that could help me out.
Dope.
That's exactly what she did for me. Luckily, I landed with this lady she was a brand new therapist. I didn't know at the time. She told me this months later, but she was like, you know, when you first came to me, I was only like 2 months in my practice. I was like, damn. So that, you know, when you're that hungry, she was hungry to help. You're eager to help. So she really took interest in me and like said, look, if you really want help, I'll fix you. But you got to really, really like do what I say, basically.
She was like real patient with you.
No, she was just said, if you're not going to do it, just why even come? Straight out. So I knew that I was just like, okay, I'm just going to let Taina just
Do her thing.
Just do your thing. And bro, homie, she sparked something. You know what's the first thing she said? And she's like, she goes, so what do you do? And I'm like, well, I'm an artist. She's like, okay, well, let me see your art. What do you have? Show me something. And I was
Called
like,
you out.
yeah. And she's like, what? And I had a couple drawings here and there, but she's like, no, if you're an artist, it's fine, you know, to have a hobby, but you can't say you're an artist. Your hobby is to do art.
Right.
But if you're an artist, you fucking do that shit every day, every afternoon. You thinking about the next move before you finish. You know what I'm saying?
Did you already know that, or she kind of like, oh shit, she's right?
I knew it in my heart because, like I said, I'm an artist, but sometimes your little fire gets, you know, put out. It gets extinguished, homie, because life gets in the way. And then, bro, I went 5-6 years without drawing, more probably because I was addicted to pills at the time, and I was doing this, I was doing that. But the thing is that one day, well, anyhow, she told me, well, let me see. And I was like, well, I ain't got nothing. She's like, well, get on it. How you gonna be an artist and not have no art? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. So that shit got to me, bro. And I was thinking, like, the fuck, bro? I don't have, like, I am an artist, homie, and I don't have nothing to show for it. So I just got on it. Every day, homie, from the minute I woke up to the minute I went to sleep, any free time I had when I wasn't tattooing, I do paños. That's what I do because it's easier. I can knock them off faster than paper, and to me, it looks awesome. So I do paños. I do some bad paños, homie. And I did so many, and like my goal, she taught me about goals, is how to like set short-term goals. So my short-term goal was the end of the year. This is like March at the time, right? So my goal was by January 1st, by New Year's, let's see how many drawings I could bang out from March to June if I fucking just go
hard,
fucking balls out. Like I know I can, homie.
So
I've done it.
How many did you do?
Like 20.
Sick.
Full fucking, and bro, they were taking a paño would take me like a month right now if I got on it good, but I got on it like great, and I was banging out like 2, 3, and like every 2 months maybe 3. So by the time New Year's came around, homes, I had all these fucking paños, and I'm like, now I gotta buy frames for all of them.
For people that don't know what a paño is, what's a paño in English?
A paño is a white handkerchief.
Oh, okay.
Handkerchief. Depends on where you're from, homie. How you say it.
And then what are you using? Like blue ink on it, or what are you doing?
Whatever you want.
Anything.
You want blue ink? Use blue ink. You want red ink? Use red ink.
But when you were doing those 20,
I use black. I did a couple in blue, mostly black.
Were you trying to like save money, or you're going like expensive like materials to do it?
So I get 5 paños for $6 at Target.
But what about the ink and the paint, or what, your material wise?
5 pence for $5 at fucking Walmart.
Okay, so
I don't need nothing fancy, bro.
The reason why I ask is like maybe somebody out there also wants to do that, and they probably think, I don't have the money for it. But you're like, you just go to Walmart, bro.
Homie, you could create art with dirt in the backyard and just use a little bit of water. You don't need nothing. You could create art with charcoal, pencil, crayon, color pencil, pen. There's no boundaries to art. That's the thing, beauty of it. Is like, homie, you don't need nothing. You could literally make a sculpture of fucking clay. Get flour, put a little bit of fucking coloring in it, and all of a sudden you got purple dough. Like, it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a puppet right now. I'm like veering all off subject, but these are a lot of things because my creativity has been sparked, you know?
I want to talk a little bit more about the therapist. Do you feel like like you said, you're a ball of energy, you're a ball of creativity? Do you feel like she was kind of like straightening out your strands of, and like,
I don't think she knew who she was dealing with. I know.
What do you mean?
Well, I think very highly of myself as far as artistically.
Yeah, I've got a lot of confidence in
yourself. It's not that. Is I have the record. I have the receipts to show for it. You know what I'm saying? I got people who know me 20 years. And if you look at their body, they got 20 years worth of fucking badass work. So,
you know what? When you said that now, it makes sense. Like, people rock your art on their body. And that's a lot of trust.
Homie.
That's a lot of trust.
And not only that, I see people from 15 years ago. And like, because now I'm elevating, out here in the social media world. So I'm everywhere. And I see people that I haven't seen in 10 years, 20 years. And I'm like, damn, that shit still looks hard. And I did it with a homemade machine.
That's right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at me, Holmes. I was given the bare minimum, and I still created something fucking beautiful from it. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard for you guys to understand because, like, I'm looking at, because my homeboy right here, from Southgate, you seen the tattoos I showed to you. They're fucking badass, right?
Yes, sir.
I did that shit with a piece of metal that went to the mop and a tube from a big pen, homie, and some batteries. You know what I'm saying? Some homemade ink with burnt up chest pieces and baby oil, drop of shampoo. Like, I'm just saying, like, bro, I was given the bare minimum and I still created something. So now that I'm out here and I might not have a lot of feria, but the fucking fire in me's been lit again, home. So now, I was telling you, I did all these paños, and I didn't know that it was therapy for me. I just sit there and put on Pandora and put Ryan Jones and the indications and just fucking go on one. And it kind of reminded me of when I was busted, but by the time New Year's came around, Holmes, I had all these drawings so I was thinking, what's the next step? Okay, so now I got all this. What's the next step? Well, fuck it, let's throw art show. So I did, and I named it American Stepchild, which is my brand, American Stepchild, right? But, homie, I threw my own art show. I funded it myself. I paid for everything myself. The only thing, I got to shout out my homeboys at Bridge City Tattoo, dog, my homeboy Manny and everybody, because they brought the homeboy Norman Carter with the Delphonics.
Oh, sick.
So he performed. And,
that's dope.
And then, Money B from Digital Underground came through, Holmes.
Okay.
And then because he follows him and he's like, oh, you're here in my city? Because he lives in Rialto. That's where we're at. Mm-hmm. And it's like Money B from Digital Underground came and we're faded, homie. We're having... everything sold out. All my drawings, except for one, because I kept it, was the Blood In, Blood Out one. And that's because I had all the characters from the movie sign it. So it's like hanging right there at the tattoo shop. It's like, to me, it's special.
Yeah.
So all the rest, I sold them $500 each.
Sick.
You know what I'm saying? So there, a paño that cost me literally $1 and probably a month of my time, and I made myself $100. When literally I would just be sitting there, playing video games or being on my phone or doing this and that. Like, I try to utilize my time now to where even if I'm not making money, I'm still making money, even if it takes me a month to get there. Yeah. Or it might be a slow return, homie, but the investment is great. You know what I'm saying? At least for me.
So after therapy, did you have an idea? Well, I'm still trying to figure out where the Food News Network came out.
Food News, Holmes, like I said, it was around this time when it was raining a lot and I was real sick, and I said, you know what, homie, I gotta figure this shit out because, like I remember that show, California Gold.
Okay.
And at that time, I was already making videos. I was already making content. Like, I was already out there.
Doing what? What kind of videos?
A lot of voiceovers. I would recreate like Cholo Fit Creeper, George Perez. I would do fucking Fools Gone Wild. I would do anybody that caught my eye, Holmes. I would do George Lopez. I would do Felipe Esparza. And it's just me voice, and I got pretty good at it. And a lot of my videos were generating, and I did some original ones too. You know, I did the food stamps. I don't know if you know, not food, but food. You know, everything was food for me, Holmes. Everything
since the beginning.
I think my very first video was of food stamps. Like, EBT cut my food stamps, and then I just went on this big old trip about how sad I was. I buried the card and shit. And anyhow, the thing went viral. And it started putting me out there. And then I reached over 10K followers, and I monetized my shit. Right?
On which one?
On Instagram.
Okay, so you gotta have 10K.
You have to be 10K to monetize your shit on Instagram, right? So once I hit the 10K, I didn't even know nothing about that. My homeboy Manny, from the owner at Bridge City Tattoo Home, he's very savvy on Instagram, monetize, how to boost your Instagram, how to try to he's into stocks and bonds, and he trades, and he has a portfolio. So he's
guy.
Very like
analytical.
Yes, exactly. And I'm not, homie. I'm more caveman status.
But you're also very like you have a.
I'm artistic.
You're a 1 out of a million personality though. That probably not many people have.
Well,
either.
The thing about me, Holmes, is I learned how to edit on Instagram and TikTok. That's the only difference. But it's super simple. I didn't just go in there, like, I figured it out too, Holmes. But my videos used to get 15 likes in the beginning. Mm-hmm. She was funny as fuck. All my videos were funny, bros, in the beginning. When I first started doing videos, I used to do like, I did a Kevin Hart, his stand up, and I would just redo it, like lip sync it. And I realized that mannerisms are a lot. Like, if he's sitting there making his mannerisms and you're recreating what he's doing, you need to do that too. And you need to get out of your comfort level. And sometimes we think we're looking silly, and that's exactly what happened to me. Is that I used to make these videos and they were good, homie. And then my friends would see it. Some of my who I thought were my friends, and they would tell me, "What the fuck are you doing, Holmes? Like, that you're cloud chasing, your dick." Because I would do, like, let's say Felipe Esparza, and I would tag him, or I would tag Cholo Fit Creeper or whatever. And because I was tagging them, they would tell me that I was dick riding. And I was like, what the fuck, homie? Like, I didn't understand that concept. Just because he thought like that, he tried to make me think like that. And that was fucked up, Holmes. So he kind of stifled me a little bit, Holmes. He or they, the people who hated on me kind of made me feel like I was doing something dumb. So I just deleted the whole TikTok altogether. All the videos that I put up on Instagram, I just started deleting them because I didn't want to look stupid.
So you don't have those videos no more?
No, they're gone. Well, they're not gone because you already know the internet, homie. Once it's on the internet, that motherfucker ain't never going away. So they're out there somewhere.
So they kind of stifled a little bit, but what made you kind of say, man, fuck those fools, I'm going to keep going? What was it?
I just started making videos, Holmes, and then, like, once I came up with the concept, okay, I'm going to do... Because nobody had done it at the time. Yeah, you see little fools with microphones and doing this and this, but I'm not about going out there making somebody look stupid. I'm not about going out there and making somebody look foolish. Sometimes you make yourself look foolish, that's on you. But I'm not going to be the one to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then just to catch a like or whatever. So what happened with me is that at first I just started doing, like, because I'm always up. I'm everywhere, bro. I'm from LA to OC to Rosarito to Sacramento. Like I'm everywhere. So I'm thinking, fuck, I'm already in all these like visual places. Why not just start making content? Because people like visual. And they start noticing that I'm all over the place. Like, where's this fool at now? Damn, he's over here, he's over there. So when Food News came about, I was on my way to Sacramento. My son was in the car with me. And I was just driving. I said, you know what? I was telling my son, I'm going to create this channel right now. And he's like, what is it? I said, Food News Network. And he's like, what is it about? I said, watch, you'll see. So I just went on there and I jacked the Fox News logo and I shot it to my homeboy Pocos Pero Locos. The fool that does all the memes for the Blood In, Blood Out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so I shot it to Wes. Holmes, I go, hey, fool, do me a favor, because I could do it myself, but I was on the 99 freeway or the 5. I couldn't do it right that second, so I shot it to him, and I go, hey, fool, take the O and double it, and take the X out and send it back to me, so it'll say Food News Network. And he's like, all right. That motherfucker did that shit in like 3 minutes, and he sent it right back to me, ping, and that's the same logo you see today.
That's just hard.
It's Food News, and
I love it. I love it. I love a good flip, dog.
That's
I love
exactly
a good flip.
how it happened. So then, what I did first is I created the Food News page, right? Mm-hmm. And then I blasted just the logo by itself, and I said coming soon. And then I didn't even know which direction I was gonna take it. I just knew that now I'm gonna be a reporter. So we'll see what comes with it, right?
Right.
And then I was up there in Sacramento, up there in like some mining town called Jackson, where they had a lot of you good?
No, go.
Yeah, they had. So I was up there in a mining town called Jackson by Sacramento, Holmes, and they had a lot of like, you know, miners. The 1849 gold. This river runs through it. All this crazy stuff. So we went to this cavern, and I just made up this big. It reminded me of Hugh Hauser. So I was thinking, I'm in a cavern, bro, like 30, 40, 50, 100 feet underground, you know, and it's like the lady, the game warden or whatever you call it, the park ranger was sitting there telling us all these facts about. His name was Seamus some shit, I don't know, but I named them in my first Food News. I created a story and I was like, this is Seamus Puccolini. I named him Puccolini, obviously. You already can understand why. So Seamus Puccolini, you know, hired all the local tweakers from the foothills to come up here and excavate and made them millions, and, you know, and then blah, blah, blah. So, and it went. And people were like, bro, I don't know what you just did, but do more. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So I was already up there, bro. There's a lot of culture. There's a lot of visual stuff up there. So I was just going like cemeteries.
Oh, like historical, like monuments and stuff like that.
Whatever I could find that's just like, there's so much history there. So I was just like, fuck, there's no better place. I just do 3 or 4 here. And I did. And the people ate it up. So then when I came home, I started doing more. And then, okay, so now I'm at my pad and I'm like, Food News is already created. People are loving it. So I'm like, okay, now I just got to do merch. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. So I just went. The thing is about merch, homie, is that it costs money to make money.
Oh, trust me.
And that's the hardest part, because these people ain't going to make, you know, make me 3 shirts with Food News. No, they want
12 at least.
Either you're going to pay at least $500 is the minimum they're taking. So, you know, 500 only gets you so far, but if the demand is greater, you got to spend $1,000, 1,200, whatever it is that you're spending. It's not easy, home, especially when you're like grassroots like me. I started from nothing, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so I started making this merch, and then I just started making like, what's the next step? Okay, I'm gonna make a song. Fuck it. So I just sat there and I wrote a song one night, and I called it La Sonia. So I sat there and I just thought, what's the like, if what am I gonna do? Rap it? I'm not a fucking rapper. You know what I'm saying? I can, and I could pull it off. I know I can, but that wasn't what I was trying to go through. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, scratch that. It's not gonna be rap. Okay, so now what? I'm thinking Spanish? No. Well, what the fuck am I gonna sing? You know what I mean? Like corridos or what? About news? Like, so then all of a sudden it came out, and I go, what's the most famous song that you could think of on the radio right now that will get your ass up and dancing at any party? And I thought Tucanes de Tijuana, La Chona. So I got a sister named Sonia. I got a best friend named Sonia. Like, bro, I said, I'll just rename it La Sonia, and it blew up. So, like, all these things just started coming into effect. And then, you know, not only that, but you have to surround yourself with people that you want to be like. So I started, you know, surrounding myself with higher people like in Chicano Hollywood, and all my homies that are out here, you know, doing these toy drives, and and showing up to car shows and showing love, unity in the community, and things like that. So I started putting myself out there in a positive way, and then you attract what you put out, homie. You know what I'm saying? And everything's like it's all energy. And so you put positive energy, you put love out there, you put consistency, and you create content. Bro, I guarantee you, homie, if you can't figure it out by yourself, you will have a team surrounded by people that are willing to help you in any way because they see that you're putting in the work, Holmes.
You did mention Chicano Hollywood. Tell me a little bit more about how you got involved and how they helped you out.
Well, I got a homeboy that, like I said, my homeboy that I know for a long time, and he's plugged in with them dudes like right there with where it's all at, and so he started tipping me up on how where they were gonna be at, like what premieres there was gonna be, because at that time I already had Full News. That's how he found me. Is that I reconnected with this fool because I hadn't seen him in over 10 years, 15, almost 15 years. So now that he's doing all good, he's seen me as Full News on Instagram, and he's like, I know this motherfucker, you know what I mean? And he hit me up like, fool, is this? And I'm like, what's up, homie? Yeah. And he's like, you never guess where I work, Holmes. And I'm like, where? And I work at Chicano Hollywood, and right next to the man himself. And I was like, fool, plug me in, because this fool knows me. He knows my character. So it's not like I was just asking any random ass fool, So he's like, don't trip, fool. Let me figure it out. And he did. He got me in. Next thing you know, I'm at red carpet events. Doing, and then finally I just told him, just get me to him and I'll do the rest. You know what I mean? So when he finally got me to, he introduced me to him, and he did it real slick too. He's like, hey, this is the guy I told you about. Because, numbers matter to these people, homie. So not only am I Full News, and yeah, I make good content, but I also had 20,000 followers, and they're all organic followers that from the community. And, in outer states here and there, but it's all from LA, IE area. So anyhow, once I got involved with Chicano Hollywood, homie, and I got with Johnny, and he started noticing who I was, and then he started inviting me personally, come to my conferences, and then I get in like VIP status. I get like kind of media access where I could move around freely. And he tells me, he loves me. He's like, do your thing, fly boy. It's like I'm filming them filming. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like they're filming, but I'm filming them, and I'm in the back, just kind of like, and then I'm out, and then I put together my stuff and I send it to him. He loves it, or they love it, or whoever it is.
Yeah,
they love it. And so once I started getting to these conferences that they be throwing, they're called Elevate conferences, right, through Chicano Hollywood. And what that does is these conferences are designed to get, there's the ones that I've been to, they break them up like influencers like Friday, and then actors Saturday, like stuff like that, right? And so what it is, it's for Chicanos by Chicanos, basically like raza, for us by us. You know what I'm saying? And what I had asked Johnny was, would you consider yourself to be a modern day Chicano Tyler Perry? Because that's what Tyler Perry did with his Tyler Perry Studios. That he closed off, like, I mean, I wouldn't say closed off, but he did it in a way where it was all black actors, all black directors, all black producers, all black, everything was black, right? And because they needed their own angle. And so they didn't have that, so they made that, right? Or he made that. And now look at how big Tyler Perry is now. So that's what I asked him, and I think the question kind of blew him away, but he answered it, and he's like, yeah, I appreciate it, the comparison. Although Tyler is a great, role model to look at. We are following in that footsteps. A little different because we're doing it for, for the Mexican community, because it's true. And the way they teach us is that, we're in a Chicano Renaissance right now, homie. And historically, what that means, homie, is that, back in the day in Europe, homie, the actual Renaissance was about, theater and food and tradition and music and art, and you know what I'm saying, like the arts. That's what the Renaissance is about, and that's what we're in now with Chicano Hollywood. And they're showing me, at least, and all of us actually, that we're at a point where we don't need nobody else. We have the actors, we have the lowriders, we have the models, we have producers, filmmakers. We might be independent, we might be small time. Like we have podcasters who, bro, they start off in their basement. You know what I'm saying? And then like the homie Lucky, like I said, he was telling me his story. That fool started off in his pad or his garage or something, and then now look at him. He got a badass little studio right there in East Los, and it's like, okay, he did that, and that's the goal for all of us, me too included. Food News might be taking off, homie, because I only started Food News, like I said, back in July, so it's really going. But going through these conferences, they teach you how to like direct, how to like pull your audience, like learn your demographic, who are you targeting, like they teach you consistency, they teach you, once you've gotten the followers, like once you've gotten the network, once you've gotten, what's the next step. Like me, I'm at the point in my career where people are really noticing now, but at the same time, like, fool, I'm still broke. You know what I'm saying? Not broke like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be broke like I am. I want to have feria, and I want to, because I feel like I'm putting in the work. So they're telling me, I'm asking them like, what's the next step for me? Because that's what we're there for, to ask questions. I mean, I'm not the type to just sit there and be in the back and just listen. Fuck that. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna engage. You're gonna see me, homie. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta wear a big Food News shirt for you to see it, or a big Flybo Ink shirt, then that's what you're gonna see, Holmes. And you're gonna see that shit every time, because I want you to remember me every time the same way you remember me last time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, there's patterns to this, and I've been picking up on this, and these are some of the things that if you don't know, they teach you at these conferences. There's levels to this shit. You can't just come in. I mean, you might be lucky and hit that one viral video, but for most of us, it's not that easy. You really have to, put in the work, be consistent, get creative, get out of your comfort level. The goal is to start making money off this, right? That's right. The ultimate goal for all of us. So how do you do that? Okay, so like you say, you learn, you target your audience. You pick for me, it's like I pick a uniform. Like I said, I wear my Food News shit or my Flybo Ink if I can most of the time, and the same hat. Like this, it's not the same shit. It's just the same shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same shirt. It's just the same. I got a lot of the same shirts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I developed like a gimmick. I made my Food News mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these little things visual. Then they teach you how to be visual, how to capture your audience in the first 5 seconds of your reel. Like how to adjust your music to what you're putting out. Like how to chop your, like they teach you editing. Editing is very important, especially if you want to be a content creator, whether you're in music, making reels, or whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're a filmmaker, you in the podcast game, editing is very important. So if you're gonna be in this social media game, you better learn your editing skills, homie, because believe me, some of my videos take me up to an hour sometimes, and I hate it. Yeah. Because I would rather be doing something else than. And people always think I'm always on my phone. It's not that I'm always on my phone, fool. It's that most of the time I'm editing something. And people don't understand, like, editing, you have to chop this, that, paste, that. It's a lot. It is. It's hard, homie.
Trust me, dog. I know.
I did. Okay, well, imagine me. I didn't know.
That shit's hard as fuck, dog.
I didn't know all this. I was just thinking, just slap a song on that bitch and go. Yeah. Right? And that's how I used to do it. But once it got more technical and I started going to these conferences like the Chicano Hollywood, then they teach you that it's not just that easy, homie. That's probably why you ain't gotten famous. So that's probably why your videos ain't getting but 30, 40 likes. I got videos that have 100,000 likes. Some, not all. Most have easy 10,000 likes. That's or share. I have Las Sonias that like almost 100K shares.
That's a lot, dog.
That's a lot. Full News like 10K almost in 2 months.
You also like you do tattoos, right? Tattoo artist. Does the tattoo, you have a separate tattoo page?
Yeah, Flyboy Ink.
So does your tattoo page and your Food News Network page kind of like run together, or you keep them completely separate?
Well, I have 2 separate pages. The Flyboy Ink, which is me, and you can go all the way back to like 2015 and see all my tattoos from then or whatever. Like, If you want to get to know me, but mostly it was tattoos. You could see where I start transitioning into making more content instead of tats. I still tattoo every day. I tattoo today. But it's because tattooing takes a lot of your time. You're sitting in the shop. You're there 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day at times. Like, where do you get the time to create content? So then you go home. Luckily, I'm single. I live alone, so I don't know nobody drive. I don't have no high now. I don't got no kids. Like, my kids are grown, homie. They're all adults. So it's like, this is me. So luckily, it gives me a little bit of time to just peace and quiet and edit my shit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, homie, it all starts with, you have to be consistent. You have to put in the effort. People have to see that you have a track record. Like my homeboy, he works at Cho Hollywood, and people tell him all the time, "Hey, fool, you work over there, make me famous. Put me on, homie, right?" And like, okay, I'll put you on, but what am I gonna put? And he's like, "Well, I don't know. You put me somewhere." And like, well, I can't just say, "Hey, put my homeboy." Well, what does he do? Oh, he's an electrician. Well, what do you want him to do? Fucking fix the lights? Like, I don't get it. You have to show these people something. They have to see something in you that be like, hey, you know what? I want that guy right here next to me. Whatever he does, or her, or whoever. Like, you have to make them want you to be there, or be, you know what I'm saying? Like, make them want you, Holmes.
Yeah.
And luckily, I don't even know what the hell I did that I tapped into that. But for some reason, everybody seems to want a piece of me right now. And I'm like, fuck it. And I'm not, and what's good is I'm not doing it in a foolish way. Or like, I'm not, like, I understand the platform that I'm gaining. I'm gaining, like, I was getting 1,000 followers a week. At one point, a day, for like 4 days straight.
Sick.
When I went super viral,
Yeah.
literally, I started getting 1,000 a day. And then right now, I'm like 1,000 every 10 days or so, maybe. But that's still a lot.
You're also you did mention the podcasting. I see that you're posting everywhere. You're starting a podcast. Tell me more about your podcast and what's it going to be about.
Well, it's going to be called Food News Podcast. So the Food News Network and Food News Podcast are going to be two different things altogether. But it's all me at the end of the day. It's a little hard even having Flyboy Inc. and Food News. So what I do right now, you were asking me, is I merge them together right now because I'm building Food News, right? So like I said, it's only been since July, bro. It's like almost 3 months. So, I have the bigger follow. I'm at 23K on Flyboy Inc. So, but that took me 8 years to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just recently, cause I merged them. So, and I don't know, homie. It's so having 3 pages. I'm gonna probably have to get to the point where I'm gonna have to hire somebody to do that content for me. Because at some point it becomes a lot. Even YouTube, people are telling me to get on YouTube and monetize my stuff, but it's like, fool, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like
Snapchat,
all that,
Threads,
yeah, and
X, Twitter.
I can't. Like, I'm already busy just with Instagram and 2 accounts, let alone do that shit for everything. Got me fucked up. I can't. So if anybody out there wants a job, homie, it doesn't pay much, but it's a lot of exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what are some of the topics you guys gonna cover on podcasts? Is it gonna be interview based with a bunch of guests, or just you by yourself?
I was thinking like an in-depth conversation with people, like, who helped you out along the way? What were some of your stumbles? How'd you pick yourself up? Because obviously, if you're on the show, it's because you got to that point. So it's like, how did you figure it out? What are some of the things that just set you free and just let you think outside the box? Because you really have to think outside the box in this shit. Because everything's been done already, Holmes. Luckily, when I tapped into my shit, Food News, nobody had done it. Like, people say, these other food pages all have all this food, food news, food evening news, food this, food that. It's all news related, right? And that's cool. And they probably were out. They probably have been out longer than me. But no, they're not on the street like me.
Yeah, those are like meme pages.
Well, they're not memes. Some are like music based, and some are some are that.
But the food community started off with memes, dog. Like the Edgar meme is like 2 pictures and some words. 2 pictures and some words, or a picture and some words, Yeah. I feel like you're the first actual like on the street reporter.
Well, I'm out there, homie, and I just been lucky. You know what I mean? I've been lucky, and people just it clicked with people, and it resonated, and I put a lot of effort, dog. I look like I aged like 5 years in the past 3 months, homie. You know what I'm
No
saying?
sleep and shit.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I run off of like 3 hours of sleep a night because I don't know. I just feel like I have to keep. People say that if you're gonna post one video a day, that's fine because you're being consistent, but do that every day. So I'm the type that I'm very hyper, like I move around a lot. So I'll post 3-4 videos a day. So they say that too. If you're gonna be posting 3-4 videos a day, do that every day because people, especially the big wigs. I'm not talking about just like in general, like the viewers and people who sitting there liking your shit. No, I'm talking about people who are really in this business, who are studio heads, who are movie producers, directors, who really have a connection and they're watching your shit, but you know they're looking at the consistency. Also, obviously the content also, but the content can be altered. You know what I'm saying? They want to see who's putting in the work. And this motherfucker, every day I see him up posting shit at 6 in the morning and he's got like 3-4 reels up by 9 a.m. And then I see him go to work and then I see him at night. He's at a red carpet in Beverly Hills. And like, trust me, bro, they are watching. You think I just post shit just to post it? Hell nah. It's because I know that it gets to the right people. Like, they're out there.
You also like I've noticed that you've been hanging around or like working or doing business with Mr. Criminal. Tell me more about that.
Oh yeah, my homie, criminal homie. I know this fool since like 2002. I
shit.
tattooed on him way back in the day. So when all these fools were coming up, I had just got out of prison myself. So I was like 23 years old. I was healthy. I was a young kid, you know, and I don't know. I was just out there. I was an active ass little youngster, Holmes, and everybody that I hung around with was doing something at that time. This is like early 2000s, so you know, Chicano rap was blowing up. Everybody was out doing their thing, and then I met up with that fool, and I just went to prison, and I did all these years in prison, and he just kept going with it. So now that I became Fool News, that fool seen me. The same thing, bro. So many people that I knew from years back have seen my shit and have reached out and be like, I reconnected with friends since elementary school, high school, exes who try to get at me still, which I don't do, by the way.
You don't do reruns?
I mean, no. Hell no.
Why not?
Fool, I'm like on a trajectory right now, homie.
Can't get distracted.
Not even distracted. It's just that, fool, come on. I'm into better things now, for a lack of better words.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like straight up, like.
I saw a video where he announced that you're gonna be part of his crime family.
Well,
So is it a partnership? Do you work for him? Like, how does that whole thing work? You know?
Well, the way it works, homie, is that when we're on the show together, you know, he's monetized.
Right.
So whatever we make, we just split it down the middle.
Okay.
And fool, come on, that's love because who else is gonna do that?
Yeah.
I'm on his platform with his everything. I'm using his everything. It's just me sitting there, but he appreciates the how do I say? He sees the work too. And like I say, when people are really watching, people who have real platforms, like Criminal, that fool's popping, homie. That fool's 70 million streams in this year alone. Like, if you break it down, I don't know how much he makes per stream, homie, but 70 million, anything is a lot of millions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just break that down. This fool has a big-ass warehouse studio. Not just a little tiny... I've been to some studios, homie, and this fool by far has the biggest, sickest getup out there. Shout out Mr. Criminal. This fool, 20 years in, this fool got it right.
Yeah.
Because he's learned. He's adapted to every platform. He's been from Mocha Space to MySpace to before Instagram to SoundCloud, you know, like
Facebook.
To streams, to CDs, to MP3s. He's transitioned into every outlet that has possibly been made, you know what I'm saying? Into the internet, and now he's into the podcast game. So you can't say that, no, at least, you know, there's not a lot of people you could say that about that are that, you know, have their feet wet since way back and in everything, bro. Everything.
That's true. Now that you say it like that, because he did say something about like American Cholo shouldn't be talking about music because he does construction or something like that. Like he didn't, his opinion's not as valid in music or something like that, right? And I was like, you know what? I think everyone has an opinion, but now you saying that, like, with his track record, I don't think anyone has a
Bro,
bigger
I'm just
opinion or
saying.
a more valid opinion than Mr. Criminal.
Say what you want, but my boy, homie, shout out to that fool because he he has the receipts.
Yeah,
Like I can't even sit there and say, oh fuck that fool. I mean, he ain't shit.
yeah.
Okay, well, if he ain't shit, then you really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So just think about it like that.
That has
So
been putting in a lot of work.
yeah, he put in the work, and I hope to reach that. You know, I tell him he's looking at me because he seen me and he got all excited. They're like, "But my boy Fly, I see you doing your thing," and he put me in this torta video, and we got a lot of mixed messages. But at the end of the day, I don't care, homie.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about when fools like disagree with your idea, your art?
That's fine, homie. Like you could disagree all you want, but like fuck that got to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like en pocas palabras, like straight out. What does somebody else's opinion matter to me? Like that shit just holds you back. And I've done that already. I'm telling you, I used to post some funny ass shit. And because my homies would fucking make me feel some type of way about it, I delete it. When who knows where I'd be today if I wouldn't have did that. And so now, like when people hate on me now, like I anytime anybody tries to be like authority, like when people try to press their authority on me, I fucking nut up back, homes, and I get very stern also, especially even police, or even like the other day, I got caught up with some racist ass white city attorney in San Bernardino, kicked me out the Route 66 show.
Why? What did they kick you out for?
Because I was interviewing people with my mic, the food news and all that, and I was interviewing people, and I seen a big ass row of Monte Carlos, homie, like 20 of them, and I was like, oh hell yeah, fool. So I turned on my camera and I was like, what club, what year, what club, what's up, homie, Flyboy Inc., what year, what club, just like that, all the way down the line, because I was gonna make a reel. And then here comes this old white man, old white lady, and they bummed me with their golf cart, fool.
They hit you with the car?
Yeah, they hit me while I had my mic on the dude, like inside the window. And I feel, boom. I mean, not enough to hurt me, but like, come on, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, the streets are closed off for pedestrians. It's that kind of event. The only people that are in the street are the lowriders and they're caravanning. So the man and the lady tried to say that I was holding up cars and that cars were overheating because I was like, what? These are beautiful. Bro, these cars are not overheating. This ain't no jalopy in the fucking. He just pulled out the back of your grandpa's fucking
jalopy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that kind of party. So what it is that this man and this woman was a ex-city attorney for city of San Bernardino. He got recalled. The people kicked his whole ass out. And she's the president of the San Bernardino City of Commerce, Chamber of Commerce or whatever. So actively, bro, this lady had liver spots up and down her arm, chest, and neck. Her face was red. She looked like she had pink eye. I don't know if she was drunk, but she just didn't even sound coherent. And she's grabbing me like an old lady would grab a small child. Like, you need to get out of the street. Because she said I was holding up cars. And I was like, lady, it's a lowrider event. Like, I'm just doing my thing. I'm not bothering nobody. And then once I asked her to get her hands off me, the old man nutted up and he started saying, look, buddy. Oh, once I heard that, I knew it was over. Look, buddy, the next time it's going to be the uniformed officers. And I was like, motherfucker, fuck them cops and fuck you too, punk. Like, what? Don't be threatening me, homie. Like, that was the reaction I got. And I shouldn't have acted like that, but don't press me like that, homie. Look, buddy, shaking your white finger at me. Like, fuck you, homes. And your lady grabbed me by the arm like I'm some little brown kid. Little Mexican Cholo kid or something. Like, fuck you.
Were the lowrider people fucking with you, like doing the interviews?
Yeah, they loved me. They all knew me. Food News, what's up, fly boy? Woo, woo, woo. Food News in the hunt. They loved it. They knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And when you have a car like that, all you want to do is show it off.
Fool, they knew exactly who I was. Every car, and maybe like 2 cars were like, nah, I don't want to be on camera. Cool, I respect that. When people don't want to be on camera, I let them push. No harm, no foul. And the people that do, they stopped and were like, what's up, love, homie?
Yeah.
And the people, they couldn't handle it. And once I told him to fuck off, he came up to my face and he's like, look, buddy, you know who I am? I said, I don't give a fuck who you are. He's like, I'm the city attorney. And I was like, I'm a United States citizen, homie. I could walk up and down these streets doing whatever I want. You know, like he's like, no, you can't. This is a private event, and this is my city, and I'll kick your ass out. And I was like, do it, homie. I dare you. And I'm filming them. I said, do it. That's how I blast your ass all over Instagram so bad, bro. You don't know the following I got. I got some hardcore ass Mexican Chicano people, homie, on my corner who hate shit like that. And I said, go ahead. Fool, this fool had, and it just so he went to the police in San Bernardino, and it just so happened they were the San Bernardino gang unit because it was the Route 66 show that they had gang unit there for ready for whatever. So when I was probably the first problem of the day, because it was like literally like not even 10:30 in the morning. I just gotten there, bro, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in. And I seen this opportunity of all these Monte Carlos, and I ran with it. And next thing you know, I'm in trouble.
So what happened with that situation?
Cops fucking came up to me and kicked me out. They told me I was being argumentative. They told me I was being disrespectful. They told me I was being this. I go, and?
Is that illegal?
Is that against the law? Yeah, well, when you're doing it to the promoter or I said, I don't give a fuck if she's a promoter or not. This is a public street. Yeah, but it's a private event. I go, yeah, but what if I say I'm not here for the show no more? I'm here for this store right here. You can't kick me out. Like, but you know, you don't think about shit like that when you got 8 gang task force who that's around you,
right,
just waiting for you to fucking move wrong so they go blast your ass or beat your ass or something. And that's how I felt. And at the end of the day, they kicked me out. So I told the hood, okay, well, I want a press report on this fool for hitting me with the golf cart. And for her battery for grabbing me. I know the law, too. That's an assault. You held me against my will, lady. You know what I mean? Like, we could run it any different kinds of ways. At the end of the day, they still have to write a report. And they told me, chale, they weren't doing it. I go, so basically, you're kicking me out because of what they said. You weren't even there, but because she's the president and he's the punk ass city attorney, they said, and they're white, and they pay your punk ass checks. So fuck me. I said, well, fuck you guys too. That's why I fucking, and I told him to face on the video. I said, that's why I fucking hate cops, dude. Because when shit like this happens, homie, every time it's me, and I didn't even do a fucking thing wrong, dog. And I never do 9 out of 10. Sorry if I'm cussing too much. Probably get demonetized with this and shit.
It's all good. I usually take out the cuss words. But like that's like their bosses and they
walked me out. They walked me out. They kicked me out, and I blasted them on Instagram. And bro, my following ate him up. This old man gave me his card. He's like, cause I told him, you know who I am, homie? I'm Full News. I'll blast your ass, old man. Don't do this. And he's like, you know who I am? And he pulled out his fucking white privilege card, homie. And he's like, I'm fucking John Penman, or whatever the fuck his name is. And he's like, I'm John Penman, city attorney San Bernardino. And he gave me the card. And I said, okay. Cool, John Penman, thank you.
John Penman.
Yeah, Holmes, and I put it on the reel, his card. And bro, it had his fax number, his firm number. He works in Redlands, and it had all the numbers to everything. Bro, my people ate them up. Yeah, they let them thousands of voicemails.
For real?
For real. Fuck with me, homie. But it could be a double-edged sword because this fool has, I'm sure, Judas in his pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I live out there in the IE. I work out there in the IE. So, at the end of the day, homie, Fusero, I swear, the way Judas be running up on me, that fool's gonna end up smoking me one day. I hope not. I hope Full News is never the news. You know what I'm saying? But these fools they're trigger finger, homie. They're itchy finger. I know these fools how they are. They would love to fucking dust somebody off just because I expose them a lot. I expose anything. I don't care.
You also got kicked out one time because you're trying to report on something. They're like, hey, move back, buddy. And then you're like, where's the yellow tape? Where's the yellow tape? And then I
don't know if you could bleep this out, but some fool murked himself. And I was there at the Shell gas station getting coffee. And it just so happened that I heard all these hoodas running. I thought they were there for me. Because, you know, homie, shit's real out there. I'm 46 years old. I've done a lot. And, you know, in this world, homie, you just never know. So, whatever. I thought they were there for me. And I run outside to see. And they drew down on this car. So I went and grabbed my Full News mic. And I was the first on the scene. And I covered it, and the dude ended up murking himself, homie. And I was there, and I put it all together, and I threw it on the airwaves, and it just, what the? But we'll talk about that right now, homie, because that really triggered me, like in a negative way.
Them telling you to go away?
No, the watching somebody murk themselves.
Oh, you've covered a bunch of different types of subject matters that are, real life story shit. So like, do you on purpose try to lean towards more funny shit or serious shit, or you just kind of take it as it comes?
Well, me myself, I like to be funny. You know what I'm saying? I take a lot of cool videos, a lot of funny stuff, and if I got it, I'll post it. But sometimes real life happens, and it's called food news. So if I'm there already, the thing is that food news happens to all of us, homie. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I have the balls to get up with a punk ass fake mic and act like I'm covering something when I'm just not. Sometimes it's just for content, but sometimes it's some real life shit that happens, and it's like I spin it in a way where it's like, I don't know, the people love it. You know, not everybody agrees with it. When I caught that fool, with the Hudas were getting mad at me because I was so close, and I was putting myself not in the crossfire, but just a bullet could have easily hit me. You know, and they're like getting mad at me, like, get the fuck out the way, and I'm just like, homie, worry about him, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Point you. But anyhow, it's like
When you have a run-in like with the cops like that because you've been incarcerated for so long,
I get triggered.
do you have like this PTSD thing that kind of sets you off?
Yeah, easy.
And what way does it
I
set
have
you
two
off?
assaults on Hudas. Both in prison. No, one in prison and one out here. But I got two assaults, and I got time for both of them. And it's like, I've been beat up bad by the Hudas, homie. So I have this little, no love, hate, just hate relationship with these fools, homie, And I know some personally, like, that are Hudas, and I know them. But it's like, they're cool when they're not in uniform, kind of.
Yeah.
But once you're a Huda, fool, and it's hard for me to, like, trust you. I can't say nothing around you. I can't. Things I can't do around you because I don't, like, there's a line. Anyhow, that's only because I tattoo on these fools sometimes. Sometimes you tattoo on cops and shit, and it's like,
You ever like do like gang tattoos on them?
no.
I don't know why I asked. I just had to ask, dog.
No, but I know what you're talking about. All that, yeah. Bro, I would do it, but I'd film that shit.
Yeah, low
Yeah.
key, take a picture, like fuck this
Yeah, I'll
fool.
do it because I don't give, bro. I don't care. I mean, I do care because that's some lame ass shit. But like, what am I gonna do? Like, say, oh no, I'm not gonna attach you because I don't agree with whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I still gotta pay my shit, home.
Do you feel like some people follow you but don't want to show it? Like they look at your shit, they won't like it, they won't comment, but they'll follow you.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Like I would say, like some people, like I don't know if ashamed's the right word, but like they're like ashamed to follow you. Like like I don't want no one to know.
I'll tell you who don't follow me. None of the food pages follow me.
None of them. Mm-mm. Why is that? Why do you think?
I don't know why. At first, maybe because they didn't know me. Okay, cool. But once I know these fools know me, right. Everybody in LA knows me, fool. Everybody. And if you don't, and if you're part of this community, at least, I'm not saying like, I'm not like no megastar or nothing, but if you're part of this community that we're in, for sure, homie, 9 out of 10, you know who Food News is.
I think if you're out there like that, you know who.
Bro, I'm already out there like that. I'm out.
For sure, even me, like
I'm just saying me personally, like.
But I'm saying
none of the food pages follow me.
If you're a content creator, right? Yeah. But you're like posting mostly about raza, interviewing mostly raza. You're raza. You're from LA. You're from out here. Like it's a small circle. Some people think like, oh, there's so many pages. Honestly, dog, there's not really that many. I would say that there's less than 20 really out here consistently putting in numbers, consistently putting out work. Like. People can pretend
the same people.
People can pretend like we're not really out here doing it, but we're out here doing it, dog.
Fool, I live in Paris and I'm in Southgate right now.
Exactly.
So what the hell does that tell you?
Yeah, we're in Southgate and some fool from Paris came right now to my fucking podcast.
I'm from Pomona, but I live out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I meant.
And so everybody like they would have thought I live out here. I'm out here so much.
And that's what I'm saying. Like. You don't live out here, and you're like all these events. You're putting in work in the streets.
I'm from out here. I'm from Pomona, dog. I was born in General Hospital in East LA.
Okay.
Like I lived in Monte.
The one on Olympic?
No, at the General Hospital.
The big one?
The big white one.
Okay.
The freeway.
I was born in the little one.
No, I was born at General Hospital.
Okay.
And like I've lived all the way down. We worked our way from LA to El Monte to La Puente to Pomona. Now I'm in the IE, you know, and I need to get back over here. But anyhow, you know, like I was saying, none of these food pages follow me. I don't understand it.
I feel like that's for there's something going on there. It's not just because, you know.
So you know what I did? I unfollowed everybody back.
Yeah, fuck it.
Bro, you the fuck you do for me. You know what though? I will say is that I just do everything these fools are doing.
What do you mean?
Well, if you drop a shirt, I drop a shirt. You drop a toy, I'll drop a toy. You make a video, I'll make a video. You make a song, I'll make a song. Like, I watch how these fools came up. I seen what they did. Like I said, I didn't just come up with food news one day overnight and like it was a plan. Like I said, okay, what does it take to fucking go viral? Okay, it takes merchandise, it takes hoodies, it takes magnets, it takes stickers, it takes a prop, a gimmick, a uniform, a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just happen just because you're that good looking. Maybe it does for you. I ain't that good looking, so it's not gonna happen for me like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really had to sit down and be like, okay, a song, stickers. I'm even thinking of doing those flags for the Can-Am. You know, it's for they go to the dunes and shit, and the dune buggies. I want to bust some Food News flags, and I got a few homeboys that are like, fool, make them, we'll rock them. And I'm like, I think I'm right now making Food News mics, and I'm making the cases and the stickers as I speak.
Are you gonna have other reporters join the network?
Well, my homies, they do it, but you know, like, it's hard enough editing my own shit. I'm not gonna edit your shit too. If you want to do it, you could do it. It's not hard. It's not, just fucking do what I did.
Like,
fucking, I give you the stickers, get your fucking mic, and then whatever.
What if you have like a Food News like Pomona, Food News
some
LA?
food in Atlanta wants to do a Food News Atlanta.
Okay.
And I have Food News in Texas and Food News in like Monterey. Like, all these people always hit me up like, hey, you need a Food News, and I'm like, fool, you don't need me. You want to be Food News? Just do it and send it to me, tag me, and I'll repost it.
Okay.
Like, bro, you see me, I repost a lot of shit, and it's because I'm about, you know, elevating the small guy. I'm not about making fun of people walking drunk down the street. I'm about getting your small business, the food, the lady that, you know, does this, the food that does that, the taco truck, this food does this, whatever, dispensaries, you know. And it got to the point where I charge now because
you should. You don't feel bad about that.
Well, yeah, well, like I said, I live in Paris, homie, and 9 out of 10, most of my clientele is out here in Los. So if I had to come to you to make a video for your business, you damn straight that I'm gonna charge you, fool, because what am I gonna get out of it?
Yeah.
Just to come to you to promote you, chale. Pay me $100, but that's nothing. $100, and that's just for gas. You know what I'm saying? And my time. But what I love about it is that these people are generous too, homie. They understand the struggle. They see the vision, and they're not calling me out there just because I'm some lame ass fool with a mic. They see where I'm headed with this. And I think that's the beauty of it, is that everybody sees where I'm going with this Food News. You know, I'm taking this shit to the top.
Yeah, it definitely has, like, you know, obviously a lot of potential, and you're on this trajectory. That people are gonna start wanting to attach themselves to you. You know,
bro. Like the other day, I woke up to a message from Chicano Hollywood, like I said, and they were like, "Food News, we see you, homie. You know, you're at a point in your career where you're not even hearing people talking about you, and that's big because." You know, you're at the point where we need to get you to the next level, and we're here to help you. And bro, from the CEO of Chicano Hollywood to be next to another CEO of another company, and just saying, like, out of all people, just, hey, Food News, guess what? Here's a sick ass message for you. Like, what the fuck?
Do you feel like, you know, because the word food, right? We've been using it in the community for a long time. I'm 33 years old. I don't know how long it's been using it, but I remember using it as a child. You know, I remember in second grade that one of the student aides.
I've been using it since a child.
So I remember one of the students.
I'm sure my uncles have been. I mean, you know, my older brothers and you know, my uncles are paisas. So, but you know, people who then, you know, they're second, third generation. So all their uncles they've been saying it, and you know, their grandparents, because they're been here. Just a word that just, I can't even tell you where the fuck came from, but
I was gonna say, like, do you feel like someone can try to, like, claim that they own the word or nobody else can use it? I feel like it belongs to the public, dog.
Hell no, they can't. No way. What's up, fool?
Yeah.
Come on. That should just, It flows
Rolls
up
off
the
the
tongue.
tongue.
Yeah, what's up, fool? What's up, fool? You know
What's
what I mean?
up, fool?
Guy, girl. You see how everybody's saying it. How you not say it to each other? What's up, fool?
Even other races use it now.
Yeah, the blacks say it too. You know?
Yeah.
Blacks, white fools say it. That's the thing. You got black fools, white fools, Chinese fools.
What years were you locked up?
Me? Fuck. What years wasn't I locked up? Nah.
You said 18
Um,
years.
Well, I've been locked up mostly my whole life, bro.
Because
You
20
know?
years is a long time, dog.
Well, I started off in like foster care.
Okay.
So
Well, the question I'm
and
trying to
then-
ask you is like, before you went in to when you came out, like, did you notice a huge shift in the world? Like, it's a different planet than when you went in?
yeah, fool. When I went in, they didn't have no iPhones.
Because when you're out here, things change, but it's happened so slowly that you don't really like.
When I left, it was still had flip phones.
And you come out and it's like, bam. Like, how is that when you come out, dog? Like, and
No
everything's
no camera, nothing, just the flip.
like,
And now it's like you could just, FaceTime and just. I never been on Instagram like that or Facebook and like I had a cell phone when I was in prison, but it was a flip also.
Yeah.
So my little screen was like this big, so I was very limited to what I could do,
when you because obviously the technology changes, things change, right? Like as far as materialistic things, but
You want to hear something funny?
yeah.
When the first day I got out, my ex had my phone ready for me, like my iPhone, brand new iPhone, and so I was excited. I'm like, hell yeah, and I started trying to. I didn't know you had to load it, like put all your information,
Yeah.
bro. And I was sitting there like, I can't even. I got so frustrated, I was about to throw it out the window. A brand new iPhone, and she, I don't know, it's just weird. Technology is just to somebody who's never been around it. I tell you, I was like a caveman, to it. Like I was like, this shit don't work. Fuck it, throw it out the window. Fucking $1,000 phone. Yeah, I was like, fuck this phone. This shit don't work. Where's my little flip?
Did you also notice that people were different when you got out?
I don't know. I was different, Like I was no longer a drug addict, ish. At the time I was sober and I fell off because, like I said, I'm a cancer survivor. So, like, I kind of went into a little trip where I started abusing prescription medications and none of these viral things that I'm doing now happened until after I sobered up.
That's good.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
I've been sober 2 months and I feel like I've had the best 2 months of my life almost.
well, I'm talking like I was on fentanyl, bro. I was taking like over 10 pills a day of fentanyl.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why my hyena divorced me. You know what I mean? Because I went down that fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I didn't get out. I promised to get out and get out and get out, and I never did. So she finally left me. And when she left me, that's what gave me the courage and the strength. And I was just so afraid of going back to prison, like fueled by my addiction, that I sobered up. I went into NA. I that was the day she left me was the last time I took a pill. And I went through the heavy withdrawal. I don't think there's any withdrawal greater than fentanyl withdrawal, bro. And I'm talking even heroin withdrawal, because I've done that too. And fentanyl is by far, bro, the most painful, like gut wrenching withdrawal you can ever experience. And it scares me so much today that I would never touch another pill like that, because hell no, homie. I know how easy and highly addicted it is, that I don't ever want to have to get addicted again and go back through a withdrawal of like that magnitude. It hurt bad. So today I'm thankful that I'm a year and a half sober as far as from prescription medication. I haven't did drugs since 2013. Like, street drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I did any like lines or because I used to shoot up, fool, straight up. I'm old. I don't know. It sounds weird saying it, but I'm old tecato, fool, straight up. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like those kind of drugs were just like more normal and common back then? Like right now they have such a bad stigma. Like, oh my God, you do that?
Look, for instance, a lot of people do cocaine, right?
Like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing. Fool, I see it. I'm out here, dog. And fools are out doing bumps left and right. And I don't do it. But when I did do it, I just did it a different way.
What do you mean?
You snort it. I choose to fucking put it in my arm to maximize my effect. You know what I'm saying? So when people were busting lines, I was just shooting it.
Do you feel like that?
I don't think one's worse than the other. I think they're both both under the same umbrella.
There's no nice way or good way of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's no good way of doing it. I just chose to do it a different way.
Do you feel like Fuck.
So I'm not even ashamed of that, you know. Like I talk about my struggles, I talk about my triumphs because now that's one of my triumphs is that I'm sober now. You know what I'm saying? And everything good is coming from that. You know, from the therapy to the, you know, just to following. I'm following a little light that I have. I see it, dog, and it's getting brighter and brighter. And like I know I'm not there yet, but I know it's coming because I ain't gonna stop till I get that shit, bro. I picture a pad on a hill with a pool in the backyard and a nice waterfall or a nice patio. I could just go up there and kick my feet up and just smoke a joint, homie, and be like, damn, all this is because all them fucking years of me, all that gas, all that money I wasted, it was not for nothing. Now look at me. Like I got my own show now. I got my own podcast now. I got my own reality TV. Whatever it is that I have a lot of visions for myself, homie. And all those things that I just named are like just a little bit of the things that I have in store for myself. The thing is, it's not the desire or it's not the commitment or it's not the motivation or the determination. A lot of times it's the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I have bro, I'm so creative and I have such like big like dreams and aspirations and everything. But sometimes your wallet holds you back because you might not have the money you need to get everything you need.
You gotta pay to play.
Well, at the same time, was beautiful about this social media is that you don't need money to get famous, right? You just need a lot of determination to get there, right? And it just depends how long it takes you to figure it out. Because I could tell you all day, but you know, I don't know. Some people, they might not like the first thing you put out, so you have to change it a little bit. Tune it to where they do like it, and when you see that there's a shift in your demographics, you know, because you have to. If you switch your account to a business account, you can see all your insights. I'm sure you know. You can see who's following, like how many people are followers, new followers, like what countries, what this, what that, male, female, age. It tells you everything, but you have to be on their business account to see these demographics. So once you start really understanding that, and then you start seeing where you're gripping the audience, and then just go that route. Okay, yesterday I was on this trip, and they fucking your shit went. You can see it literally like a chart, you know, super simple. And so you think, okay, what got me all that attention? What, you know what I mean? And you just go to that, you know, follow that light.
Do you feel like I think you're similar to me. Like I have an addictive personality. When I focus on something, I can't stop doing it. Like
Yeah.
I just fall in love with like the process of certain things, and I've fallen in love with alcohol and different substances before in the past. And I wish I would have fell in love with content creating and podcasting before. Do you feel like you got distracted? Maybe not even distracted, because you know life happens to people and it puts you down this path and shit. But do you wish you would have found this side sooner? Or
Bro,
like everything happened for a reason.
I wish
type
I would have
thing?
sobered up sooner because,
That's the biggest thing you take away from this.
well, if I wouldn't have wasted so much time and energy into chasing the dope man, I could have chased this little light a long time ago. But the chase is not. There's always a chase, homie. That's the thing about this in life. You're always chasing something, right? Just make the chase worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Make the
Bar.
chase worth it, Holmes. Like, whether you're chasing a dream or you're chasing a bag or you're chasing a hyena or you're chasing a whatever it is that you're chasing, a goal, just make sure it's the right, you know, it's the right one, homie.
I feel like I got caught up chasing quick satisfaction, eating, drinking, fucking around, partying.
Yeah, but see, that's that's not even chasing. That's you just like to party.
Yeah, but like I feel like
I'm talking about like chasing like a dream, a goal, like
yeah,
like,
but the podcast game or the creator game is like a long finish line. It's like a marathon, like they say, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up a sack right now and like do whatever, you know.
I don't know. I'm barely new in this podcast. This is probably like my eighth podcast, seventh, eighth, ninth. I don't know.
How do you feel about it?
I don't watch I used to watch my episodes and I just stopped watching them.
Why? What do you feel?
I don't know. I get emotional, fool. Like it breaks me down. I started crying in my last one because the dude kind of like went like in depth into my childhood and like like the foster care years, and then like because when I had cancer, I was in prison, and then I had broken spine and like the bone marrow fucked up my back, and it was just like when I lost my faith, and that's the pain was so great that when the nurses used to ask me like what was my pain level, I would fucking say like 10 with tears just streaming down my face because I couldn't believe like I was in that much pain, bro. Anyhow, um, so I know, I, I know what it's like to like not have nothing, and I also know what it's like to feel like you have everything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just feel I don't know. What was the question again?
How do you feel about podcasts, the world of podcasting?
The world of podcast for me, I just feel like if you're gonna tell a story, you gotta tell it all. You know what I mean? Don't come on here leaving gaps in your shit because it will resonate. It won't resonate.
Mm-hmm.
People see holes in your story all day long. They think they see holes in my shit. And I'm like, fool, come on. Like, oh, this fool ain't never did nothing. This fool ain't never been. Oh, fool, come on. You don't even. You just want to be a troll, or you just want to say things for whatever reason. But
clicks and shit.
yeah, like just to disagree because you're just people are different.
Some people just want the opposite of contrary.
They just want to just say anything just to get a reaction or whatever it is. But at the same time, it's like,
if you're podcast,
if you're fake, fool, come on, they're gonna see right through you, home.
Facts.
And I don't even come out here even try to pretend that I'm hard. If anything, I was broken. You know what I'm saying? I'm a broken man who's piecing himself back together.
That's what's up.
Like, and I don't deny it to anybody, but it ain't easy either, homie. Like, you gotta go through, like I say, I go through these podcasts and I get emotional, and then like that was the first and only time I ever like cried on camera. I'm like, fuck, I couldn't believe it. Like, whatever. But see, I don't. Because like I said, I'm an advocate for therapy. I'm an advocate for releasing trauma to be the best version of yourself, even mental health, because mental health is important. Because like the first thing everybody does to try to make themselves feel better is either lose weight or go to the gym, right? Gym, muscles, lose weight, get skinny, whatever. Go get an operation, TJ. But that's not it. You have to fix your inside before you can ever fix your outside. Because you could have a banging ass outside, but your inside you still busted up.
Yeah.
And it will never. You will only get so far in life as that fake ass will get you, because your heart and your soul and your spirit is gonna keep you dragged down because you haven't did the work to try to fix that. You rather fix your cellulite than try to fix your soul. And if you fix your soul, none of that other shit will matter, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not an insecure person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure I have a lot of flaws, but I don't know. I don't trip on shit like that.
Do you feel like if you had to pick one, like say the Food News Network really takes off, right? And you make a whole lot of money, you'll still be tattooing. Like, do you love tattooing that much?
Oh yeah, I'll never stop tattooing.
What is it about it? What's about it that you love so much? Is it like people just rocking your art, the way you make people feel?
Well, I've gotten good, so I like when people like my tats now. And the thing is I love tattooing and I always tattoo, but I don't want tattoo to be my main source of income when I'm fucking 60 years old. If
Why?
I make it, because that shit's heavy on your back. Like show me a tattoo artist, homie, that's been in this game 20 years, and that fool goes home every night and he's like, oh, I need you. Shit just starts cracking because that's the only downside. It's a lot of money in it, in tattooing. It's obviously fools get famous off it, travel the country. I've been to from each coast. I've been up in luckily, and it's like, but it comes with a price too, a bad back. That's it. But I don't want, like I said, I don't want to be tattooed when I'm 60, 70 years old and having to set appointments 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be making money doing podcasts. Let my mind, because I got a sharp mind, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Why let a sharp mind go to waste when you can help, when you could potentially have the power to help other people? I get messages today telling me that They're like, fucking Flyboy, homie. You know what? I'm withdrawing on methadone, and I trip out on your page, and even though I had a rough night, I couldn't sleep last night. I go to your page just to see what fucking shenanigans you're in, and it makes me laugh, homie, and it gets me through. I go smoke a leño, and I drink my coffee, and I feel okay, you know. And I'm like, damn, I remember shit. I used to be like that too, you know.
It's kind of like a full circle story as far as like now you're the Dewey Hauser guy. Your people are watching you.
Fool,
Get
I'm
through their
like,
things.
honestly, I'm like the new Fools Gone Wild. And that's
What do
a
you
big
mean?
comparison.
What do you mean?
Well, the way Fools Gone Wild came and they just fucking took over the game, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
A few years back in like 2018. And I just followed this fool's game plan, homie. And like I said, he's one of them. And I follow all these fools pages. And I just put it on. I just feel like I put them all together.
Do you
But I followed suit, and exactly what they did, I did. Like I said, they made shirts, I made shirts. They made toys, I made toys. They made this, I made that. Like,
you've never met any of them?
yeah, I met him.
The Fool's Gone Wild fool?
Yeah.
He's cool with you and everything? Fucks with you?
I mean, he don't follow me. He said, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That, like, I can't force somebody's finger to push that blue button, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? That's something you gotta want to do for yourself. And if you don't want to do it, cool. But ask me if I follow him back.
No. Why do you think that is, dog? Why are people like that?
I don't have no hate for nobody, homie. But I just, you know what? After I seen that fool murk himself the other day, that was September 28th. And I remember that day because that day, it triggered me, like I told you. And I went up to Mount Rubidoux up in Riverside. It's like a hike, like a big, tall hike. It's a mountain overlooking the city. And I went up there, and that was the day it happened because I was triggered. You know what I'm saying? And I went up there, and that was September 28th. And I deemed that Boundaries Day, homie. I said, from now on, I ain't letting, because life's too short. You just seen this fool do himself in, and I'm over here like with guns pointing at my back trying to get a story, and I'm just like, the fuck am I doing, homie? You know? Like, it just put a lot of things into perspective for me. So Boundaries Day for me, homie, is that since September 28th, I am no longer giving anybody anything. If you don't give me 100%, I don't want it. If you're 50% in, oh, well, I don't know. Cool. Go, I don't know, over there. Like, either you're with me 100% or don't be with me at all. Like, I don't want your fake friendship. I don't even want your food pages following. Cool. Stay over there, homie. Because I know where I'm taking my shit. But the day will come, homie, where we'll be in the same room, and then I'm going to see how much of a fool these fools really are.
Oh.
I'm just saying, homie, you guys want to talk about fool
like
this
that.
and this fool that? Okay, well, let's all see who's some real fools.
I think, like, how do you feel about fools that, like, are not really down with the business running these food pages?
I think Bozo said it best, homie. Back the fuck up or get smacked the fuck up. And I didn't say it. I'm just repeating it. In pocas palabras, that's what he said, right? You don't have some of these fools, like he said, home. Some of these fools don't have
the credentials
to be speaking on some of the things that they don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
And it's trying to stir the pot. Now, I don't know exactly what happened, so I can't really comment on what specific event triggered him.
Right.
But like, I know Icon, you know, and I know well, I don't know Bozo like that, but I know these fools, home. So, you know, I just stay out of it and let these fools handle it because that's not my shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't put my foot in my mouth over something that got nothing to do with me. But as far as these fools that ain't fools, like I said, Holmes, you want to be a fool so bad, but when a real fool fucking wants to test your jaw, homie, then either you're going to test it back or you're just going to get clowned on, Holmes, at the end of the day, because fools will strip your shit, homie. So ain't nobody untouchable in this game, homie. I don't give a fuck how big you are or how little you are. Nobody, and trust me when I say nobody, homie. Fools can take your shit if they want, Holmes. Straight up.
You feel like there should be like a criteria to report on fool activities? Like, you gotta be street, you gotta be hood.
I mean, look, homie, stay in your lane. Like, if you're gonna, if like, some people talk without knowing what the fuck they're talking about, or some people put polls, or some people make fun of our own race. So, and I've done it myself. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've posted pictures of funny shit. You know what I mean? Or what I think is funny, or a crazy event. Some fool get running over by at these street takeovers. Or, I do it too. You know what I mean? But like, I do it in a way where I'm like, homie, stay your ass out the fucking way. Like, how many of these dudes I gotta show getting run over by a Hellcat before you guys finally get it? Like, this shit's dangerous, homie. You see this fool got tire marks down his rib cage. That shit's not fun. But whatever. I don't post people, homie, to punk them. You know what I'm saying? I post my shit to elevate people. And I can't even sit here and try to act hard to you fools, because I'm not. That's not even the image that I'm trying to portray at all, bro. If anything, I want to show these people that you could be down at the bottom, homie, and still come out on top. But you can't do it you can't be still fucking doing fentanyl, even if it's one a day, and think you're going to be the next viral superstar. Or you can't be doing lines of cocaine on the weekends, homie, and thinking that you're going to be the next comedian or the next whatever. Like, homie, I guarantee you, like my homeboy Jacob, she tried to hit you with that. Remember him? Okay, well, my boy was tweaking hard when I met him. And I'm the one that put the little mystery tattoo on his face, the Fool's Gone Wild. So I told him, homie, I go, this is in December of this last year. That's when his song went fucking super viral. That even Fool's Gone Wild made a remix of it, or a parody, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And he was at my tattoo shop, and I told him, hey, homie, you got something right here. And I didn't have that yet. I was still trying to fucking catch that little lightning. I hadn't got it yet. And I told him, homie, you got that. I wish I had that, fool. Because if I had it, I would run with it. I got it. When literally the dope man came and dropped him a fucking bag of dope at my shop. And I'm like, fucking Jacob, eh? Whatever, homie. That's on you. Do your thing. Where's he at now? And I told him, fool, once these motherfuckers find out you're tweaking it, they're gonna I'm telling you, they're gonna cancel you, because ain't nobody trusts a tweaker. And no, I know I don't want to be around no tweakers. You're lucky I even have you here, because your ass is viral, but you need it. I tried to tell him as a friend, and he didn't listen, homie. And now look at, he's out there he'll be on the boulevard soon enough with all the fishnets he be wearing in high heels. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't already, because that drug addiction will make you do some fucked up shit.
Facts. And
I guarantee you that if he was sober, he wouldn't be dressing like that. Maybe he would, but not as far out. And I'm just saying, like, you know,
it'd be with a purpose.
If you get the chance, dog, you know. And it's another thing. Remember back like earlier this year when Instagram started giving everybody blue checks, people who paid. Remember all the fucking memes where people were talking all that shit about, if you paid and you're this and you gotta do. Remember that? I paid for my shit. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I paid for my shit, but look at me now. Fool, people that don't know me could never tell. Yeah, I pay Instagram $15 a month, but you wanna know how much Instagram pays me a month? Serio?
Yeah.
Fool, over 1,000 easy.
Damn, that's a lot, dog.
On just my videos. And I'm not talking Fool News, I'm talking about Flyboy Inc. Because I post everything on Flyboy Inc. first, because that's where I'm monetized. If I was to post it on Fool News and it goes viral, it ain't doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
So everything goes to Fool. So I'm building Fool News through Flyboy Inc. right now, because I haven't hit 10K.
You like collaborate posts, or you post it twice?
Yeah, collab. Okay. No, fuck no. I don't post twice, because that's how I build Fool News. Is through Flyboy Inc. Because I got 23K on Flyboy. You know, I was at 10K not even 6 months ago. Like, it took me forever to get 10K on Flyboy.
That's how I feel right now, dog. I'm at 4,000, and like in the last 2 months, I've got like 1,000. But I'm like, that's a lot. But I'm like, damn,
that is a lot.
I really want to get that 10, dog. That 10, you could get your page. You're opened up to do a lot more things once you hit the 10, right?
Yeah. You get monetized. And then once you hit that 10K, people, I don't know. It's just like people look at numbers. Like I said, everything's visual. Even that number, like, oh yeah, 10K. You know what I mean? Now I'm at 23K, and they're like, fuck.
That's
a lot. What I'm saying? That's a lot. For me, it's a lot. For anybody.
But yeah, dog, I really appreciate you putting up, you know, your channel. You're just such a much bigger creator than I am, and I really honestly appreciate you pulling up and showing me some love and showing the channel, my viewers, you know, sharing your story and shit, dog. I really appreciate it.
Point in my career where I'm doing a lot of free favors, especially for bro, like who would say no to perform if you have? I have one song, dog.
Yeah, that's right. You're
Like if I could get Urban Con to be like, yeah, I mean that's because I got lucky. Not lucky. Like I knew I had a hit when I wrote it.
You've been putting in work.
Yeah, I knew I had a hit. Like I said, I calculated my shit. So, like, I knew I had a hit, and I didn't just write it on one day. Like, I had to erase some, like, take stuff out and
Right.
to make it sound good. And but when I finally got it, I don't know, dog. I think that as far as like one hit wonders are concerned, for sure I fit in that category, and I think so, homie.
Is that song available to hear everywhere? Where can they hear the song?
It's not everywhere because I did jack the Tucanes de Tijuana.
Oh, the beat.
I took their beat. Fool, I take everything. I took this logo. I take everything, fool.
I think you should be able to put it on SoundCloud at least. SoundCloud, I think it doesn't matter.
I think you can put it on SoundCloud, but fool, if somebody wants to put it up, put it up.
Would you rather it be like an exclusive thing that they come see you perform it?
Fuck no. I would just rather people listen to it.
Oh, you don't give a fuck. That's
I don't
tight.
give a fuck. That like, bro, I do not care. When I tell people that I don't care, like obviously I care about a lot of shit, but like I really don't care what people do. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what's up.
You could do you could do like you can include me or not include me. That's on you.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it doesn't change nothing about what the fuck I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a free country, homie. People could do what the fuck they want.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. I mean, I really appreciate you pulling up. Tell us what's next and where they can find you and where they can follow you at.
So what's next, homie, are these Food News mic that I'm dropping. I got hoodies on the way. Food News hoodies, black hoodies.
Hell yeah.
The Food News mics, hopefully they'll be done by Christmas. So, you know, see, for your kids, it'll be targeting for the children.
Okay.
So it's more like a toy, but it's going to be packaged like sick as fuck. But, bro, they're not going to be cheap. I'm not going to lie. They're probably going to be like $100.
Damn.
But I'm only making like 15, fool.
Oh, okay.
So it's a super limited edition. It's going to be a super badass product. It ain't going to be no janky ass shit.
A lot of adults collect toys, those pop toys. So.
Yeah, but it definitely will be a collector's item. And then, like, I'm going to throw stickers and shit in there. Like, I'll sign something. Or I don't know. I'll do something. But
that's dope as fuck, dog.
it's only 15 items. Like
have you announced that anywhere else? Is this the first time you're saying that?
I've talked about it all the time. People, I've showed them. I held like fucking 15 mics in my hand, like 15 little babies.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and I compare Food News to a big fat baby, homie, because like I said, this little baby was born in July, and then to today, you know, Halloween or October is like. He's just a big old fat baby now, homie, that drinks a lot of Similac. You know, this fool needs to start coughing up some feria, cause
get a job, my boy.
Get a job, my boy, homie, cause start contributing or something.
To the house.
Bro, I'm proud of how Food News, like up and up, like at the end of this podcast, homie, I just want to say that I understand, homie, that it wouldn't be my shit without all my viewers, my followers, the reposts, the shares, the likes, the comments, like. That's what gets your shit on the Explorer page. The algorithm, the way it reads your page is by reading your data, and that's your data right there. Your likes, shares, comments, and reposts. You know what I'm saying? And when people finally figure that out, and you have to learn like how to maximize those things, homie. And like I said, you're nobody that has a page that has that much traffic in it. It's just at home. Throwing a lucky post here and there or a lucky no, they're like sitting back. Look at me, dog. I look tired. You know what I'm saying? And like I got an hour and a half drive after this, Holmes. So that just goes to show you my dedication, Holmes. I'm not even from this area, fool, and I never even told you. You just invited me home, and I said, Simone, I'll come through.
Yeah, which again for the third time, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, and no worries, homie, because I'm not saying trust me, fool, I'm nobody, homie. If anything, I'm just a real ass motherfucker, Holmes. That's it. And one day, you know, when I got my shit and I'm out in San Bernardino or if I'm in Burbank or wherever it is, because Food News Podcast, it's not like it's a done deal. It's coming. It's just that, you know, sometimes, you know, little things, you know, I already have all my audio, my light. I have everything, my engineer, I have my producer, because it's not just me. It's not just me saying, oh, I'm just starting and I go to Best Buy and buy all these equipment. No, it's like fools came at me with the fucking big old juicy apple. And they're like, homie, you want to run this shit with us? We'll take this shit to the top. These are fools who have the credentials to speak like that too. They have their track record, and it's right there for me to see, anybody to see. So when somebody like that believes in your product that much, or whatever you created, that they're just willing to front all the money, not even front, because I don't owe nobody shit. Like, I tell them straight out, I could do this myself, homie. It might take me longer, but I'll get there. But they're like, nah, homie, you don't need to fucking... We'll get there with you, fool. Don't need a trip. We already got all this. We just throw you in. Basically, I just show up.
That's tight.
Bro, that's like ultimate.
Yeah, what else do you want,
Motherfuckers, like, that's what everybody wants, is just have everything set up by the time I get there, and then I'll pull up, we'll do the fucking show, and then I'll dip out. Bro, like, that shit, nobody gets that easy. And I did that shit in fucking 3 months.
That's tight.
I get in concerts for free. VIP, everything. I haven't paid for a concert since I started this shit.
Hell yeah.
Or a drink. I get VIP, everything. This hat, I got for free. This jacket, I got for free. This shirt, I got for free.
Hell yeah. Tell me more about the shirt.
This shirt, the homeboy Esteban Oreo gave this to me.
That's just fire, dog.
Personally from him. So Esteban gave me like a few hats, and I did a portrait of his mom for him.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And so it was around Mother's Day, and I went down to his shop in Burbank and his warehouse, and got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So he blessed me, homie. Shout out to Esteban Oreo, homie. He took my picture that day. So that was cool. Bro.
Damn.
Like,
that fool took your picture?
That fool took my picture.
Sick.
Sick as fuck, huh?
Hell yeah.
Bro, that fool gave me a candle. He gave me a lot of shit, homie. So shout out to Esteban Oreo. And then, the Dodgers gave me this. No, just kidding.
I believed you, dog. I was like, dude, the Dodgers gave me that shit.
Dodgers gave me this, homie. We'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
And then,
some food that makes hats, fucking blasted. I don't know which side
it's
it's
on.
On. Yeah, the Dodger logo. So, like, he shot me like 10 hats for free, bro.
Hell yeah.
I sold them.
Hell yeah.
I just kept one for myself, this one, and the rest I sold. I was selling shirts. I made shirts, full new shirts, then I was selling hats, $50 a bundle.
That's a good price.
Yeah, $50 a hat and a shirt. Fool, they sold out like hockey. Everything I make sells out, bro. Everything. So it's not the problem of having the the people that want your shit. It's the fact that it takes a lot of money to make this shit.
It does.
I'll get to the point where, like you said, the goal you want to get to is where you don't have to use your own money to make your product. Obviously, that's the goal for everybody. Have sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsors is big now.
Yeah.
I got weed sponsors now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna go on my podcast, and these fools give me free everything too. Them too. Fools give me like 10 vapes for free. Like, bro, I'm talking like $500 with the shit.
Hell yeah.
And just say, here, fool, make me a fucking video. And I'll be like, like Dave Chappelle, I'll be like, no take backs. You know what I mean? Like, but nah, homie, it's like, I love this it's a little celebrity. I'm just gonna say it, fuck it. It's the little celebrity status that I'm getting. I'm not gonna fucking fuck it off, homie.
You're having fun with it.
Well, I'm having fun with it, but I'm taking it serious too, Holmes. You know, and right now, like I get it, homie. Like I'm not getting paid for a lot of this shit. Some stuff I get paid for, but not everything, and that's cool. I understand that. What goes around comes around, Holmes. You know what I'm saying? And it's a small town, like you said. So you'd be surprised where there's venues where I'm like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to go there. It's far. It's not even that big or da da da. And I go and I'll see Danny Trejo there, or I'll see Esteban Oreo there, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll meet somebody who I've probably been following. I went to one of these, I met like Fabian Alomar, or I met, like this person or that person. I met Concrete. Like, I know everybody now, or not everybody, but I'm getting to know everybody. I know a lot of people now, dog. A lot.
That's what's up, dog. Mm-hmm. And then they follow you. Then those people follow you.
They follow me, and that's how I know that they fuck with me. That's how I know that it's genuine, because 9 out of 10, homie, the people follow me the first time around because they see that I'm not out trying to be a badass. Like, I'm not out trying to fucking be nothing, bro. I'm just trying to be funny,
Authentic.
I'm trying to do something that nobody's ever done. Like I put the people on my, I give 'em my mic and take a picture of you, and I make a whole minute and a half reel of 1 second clips of different people holding my mic, homie, and just throw a badass song, oldie or something, and it just people are drawn to that, because they see themselves and not just me. You won't even see me in the whole fucking clip. You just see people of wherever I was at. It's a lot of people, homie. 100 people holding the mic. You know how much work that is in one night?
It's a lot, dog. Taking the picture, posting it, putting it all together, talking to him.
See what I'm saying? Like, people just think, he posted another video. Homie, like, if you really break that video down, there's like fucking 80 people in this video. Each picture is 1 second long. And then, or I edit it to where the pictures change on beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, like, that shit takes a long time. And then, it's just, I don't know, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot, homie.
It is, man. Well, again, congratulations on your success, dog. Wish you the more. God bless you and everything. Hope you, blow up like you should, like you deserve it, dog.
I hope so, man.
I think you will. I think you got this for sure.
Thank
you got
you,
a
dog.
you got a good head on your shoulder, and I think you're focused on the right things, dog.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, homie.
No worries, dog. Shout out to all our Patreon subscribers out there that are watching this episode early. Remember, you guys can tell your friends to add or join our Patreon for $1 a month. You get early access. Shout out to everybody on our broadcast channel on Instagram that's also getting early access for free. Just make sure you guys like and comment on all the reels we're going to post. And again, hopefully when you're on another like level 10 times higher than you are right now, we're honestly glad to have you back whenever you want to promote whatever you got going on.
I hope I get to level 10 times higher, homie.
That'll be
Shit.
dope. I know you will, dog.
Man.
That should be hard.
All right, well, thank you for having me, homie, and make sure you fools go follow Food News Homes, Food
That's
News
right.
Network, Flyboy Inc. I'm a tattoo artist out in Bridge City Tattoo in Rialto. You guys can follow Bridge City Tattoo also on Instagram.
For sure.
I do some really badass work. We didn't even touch on that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, has anyone got the Food News Network tattoo yet?
No.
Would you tattoo fools for cheap if they want it?
I'll do it for free.
Serio?
Yeah.
Say it right now.
If you fools want me to tattoo a Food News logo, not everybody. I'll pick one dude.
Okay.
The first dude that hits me up, I'll do it. And after that,
How about we do like we'll tag 2 people in the comments and share it to your story, and we'll pick a winner.
you could do it.
Okay.
That's because that's more work for me.
No. Just say it. I'm gonna make the video, and
Yeah,
I'll
if you
pick
want to
it.
make it. If you fools want to do like a little raffle to where this fool will pick a winner. I don't know however you want to do it.
All right, I'm gonna say it.
I'll honor it. I'll do a cool little 4x4
Yeah, same little size.
in color.
So Flyboy Inc. will tattoo the Food News Network logo on you. All you gotta do is tag 2 people in the comments, share it to your story. When you're sharing to your story, make sure you tag Flyboy Inc., Food News Network, and the Lit Outlet, and you can get the Food News Network tattoo on you, dog.
That'd be dope.
Hell
I
yeah.
would do it
That'd be
gladly.
sick as fuck, dog. Imagine a head blasted tattoo.
Yeah.
Hard. All right, dog. I gotta let you go. I know you got a long drive. Thank you
All
again
right,
for
homie.
coming. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Deuces, homie.